Everybody was kung fu fighting. Those kids were fast as lightning. In fact, it was a little bit frightening.
Excuse me. It brings a tear to my eye to welcome you to the inaugural episode of Ricky Bittman's Kung Fu Theater. Now I know what you're saying. Ricky Bittman, what have you got to do with Kung Fu movies? Well, I'm going to tell you, I happen to love them a lot, as you're going to see as this series progresses. Anyway, this show is dedicated to the memory of Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee, as you may or may not know, was the apex in martial arts cinema filmmaking. Never has anybody come along to be able to adequately fill his shoes, but a lot of people had tried. This is what this show is all about. These are the people that came after Bruce Lee. Now, a lot of them didn't do so well, but some of them did okay. Tonight, you'll see one of these guys that did sort of okay. His name is Dragon Lee, and he's the star of 1983's Champ Against Champ. This movie was directed by Godfrey Ho. Now, Godfrey Ho, I have no idea who the man is, and I don't know how many martial arts movies he directed, but he certainly directed this one, Champ Against Champ. Now, the story opens with our hero, Lee Wan, traveling to the village to meet his father. His father's going to take him to another village to meet his bride-to-be. She's the daughter of a man named Tai. Now, Tai is trying to overthrow the evil lord of the land named Kai. Now, I know what you're saying. I wouldn't have had the two top guys in a movie with rhyming names either. But you live with it, okay? So you got Kai as the bad guy, Tai as the good guy. Doesn't matter too much because that Tai gets killed off fairly early in the film. But anyway, the film opens as Lee Wan is on his way to meet his father. He gets encountered by a group of bandits who inform him that the new leader of the land is Kai and he better watch his step. Now, Lee Wan does leave one of these guys alive at the end of the fight, which may or may not be a mistake. Anyway, here is the first fight of Champ Against Champ from 1983. Incidentally, after each fight, when you come back, I'm going to be rating the fight for you on a scale of 1 to 5 fists of fury. So here we go with the first fight from Champ Against Champ.
What's wrong with you? You stupid fool. You must be tired of living. don't kill me.
You bastard. Tell me who sent you.
Kai sent me here to watch the paths for strangers and to watch and see who leaves the village.
So why should he do that?
Because they say there's a plot against him and he wants to find who it is.
Be thankful I didn't kill you. Now get the hell out of here.
Oh, pretty good stuff, huh? I give that fight 3 Fists of Fury. Now don't worry, there's more coming. Anyway, Lee won. You remember that guy he let escape the fight just a couple seconds ago? Well, it turns out that guy is one of Kai's men. Now, Kai is the evil lord over the district. The guy that he let go reports back to Kai. Now, he tells Kai that Lee Wan is back in the district, and he also reminds him that Tai is still out there, the leader of the rebellion. And not only is he the leader of the rebellion, he has a list with him. The list names everybody who's involved in the rebellion. So Kai now dispatches his men to not only catch Lee Wan, who he hates for some reason, he also wants to get rid of Tai forever and get a hold of that list so he can bring down everybody else in the process. So that leads us up to our next fight, where Kai's men have been dispatched and they happen to come across Tai's men in the forest, and a fight ensues. I'm going to tell you right now, not to be a spoiler, but this fight doesn't end well for Tai. He gets mortally wounded, but not before he gets a chance to talk to his old friend Lee Wan and his father before he dies. Check this one out. This is the second fight in Champ against Champ.
You give me the list. I know you've got it. If you don't hand it over, I'll have to take it off you. Or take it off your dead body. The choice is up to you.
Come on, then, you little snake. Come and get it if you think you can.
Okay, then, if that's the way you want it.
Bastards.
Where the hell are they? Come on after them! Right! That way! Come on!
Oh, pretty good stuff. Ricky Bittman gives that one 3 Fists of Fury. Not bad, but there's more coming. Okay, Tai managed to escape. Did you catch that? Even after catching a spear in the chest. He throws the thing down, him and his guys disappear. Kai's men are standing there going, where the hell did he go? So what do? They decide to search for him. The first place they search is the inn in the village. Who do they meet there? Lee Wan and his father. Why they don't kill them, I don't know. They just give him a warning to say, you better just stay away from the rebellion if you know what's good for you. Pretty fair warning if you ask me. Now a guy over here is Kai's men talking to Lee Wan and his father. He knows they're friends of Tai. He brings Lee Wan and his father out to see where Tai is slowly dying in the woods. Lee Wan's father says, we can't let him die here. Let's bring him back to the inn. Kai's men already searched there, so they bring him back to the inn. They hide him in a room upstairs, and they're being quiet because who comes back? That's right, Kai's men are downstairs having dinner. Now, while they're having dinner, Tai decides to give the list to one of his guys to bring to some of their soldiers down in the south. And again, this guy is now the protector of the list. Now, Lee Wan decides he's just going to go out there and find out what's going on, and a fight breaks out. Now, for some reason, in the middle of this next fight, the combatants break into a waltz. I'm not talking about the style of fighting. They break into an actual waltz complete with Strauss music. Your guess is as good as mine. Here's the third fight in Champ against Champ. Check this out.
That's it. Oh. Get him! Yeah!
Now they're getting a taste of their wants smashing up my restaurant like that? Listen to me now. If anyone causes any more damage here, they're going to answer to me. Yes, sir. Oh, that's not friendly.
Thank you very much. Stop playing around. Get the bastards! Hold it! You sons of bitches!
Lee Wan! Lee Wan! There's no way you can escape. You'd better give me that message now.
I'm a sucker for a good waltz just like the next guy, but I fail to see what that has to do with this film. Anyway, the guy you saw at the end of that clip, that's Kai. He wants the message or the list, and he believes that Lee Wan and his father have it. So he and his men take Lee Wan and his father back to his hideout. There they find the still slowly dying Tai, who is the leader of the rebellion. Now, in order to coerce Tai into giving up that list, Kai tells Tai, I'm going to have your friend Lee Wan and his old man executed. He takes him outside. He then takes Tai off to the dungeon. So now, while Kai's men take Lee Wan and his father outside to execute him, for some reason they untie them. And that's something you're going to learn from watching Ricky Bittman's Kung Fu Theater. Never untie a martial arts expert. You're going to lose. Anyway, a fight ensues. Now this fight features hoops. Now I don't know if these hoops are a traditional Asian martial arts weapon, but they're pretty cool, especially the sound they make when they connect. Anyway, you'll see for yourself. Now this fight doesn't end too well for Lee Wan's father, who meets his untimely death with a spear through the chest. So, this is the fourth fight in Champ Against Champ. Sit back and relax. This one is pretty good. Check it out.
You bastard!
Father! Quick, Father! Get out of here, quickly! Go on! Hold it! This way! Father! Father! Are you badly hurt?
Yes.
What'd I tell you? Hoops. Do you believe it? Anyway, I give that one Ricky Bittman's 4 Fists of Fury. It wasn't too bad. I like the weaponry. But there's better ones coming up, don't forget. Anyway, so as you saw at the end of that fight, Lee Wan's father ain't going to make it for the rest of this film. Too bad, because he's the only one without a name I can't remember. But anyway, so Lee Wan's father is dead. But before he dies, he tells Lee Wan where he can find where Kai is holding Tai. Turns out I was confused. Tai ain't dead yet. I'm not even sure if he dies in this film. The plots get a little confusing. Bear with me anyway. So Lee Wan's father tells him, this is where you can find Tai. He's being held in Kai's lair, which is called the Devil's Lair. Do you believe it? So, he tells his son Lee Wan where to find the Devil's Lair. Lee Wan gets on his own 2 feet and starts walking. And he comes across more of Kai's men. Now this fight is especially good. Watch closely. This one's excellent.
What the hell do you think you're doing coming here? Are you ready to meet your death?
Quite the contrary. I came here to kill Kai, and I'm going to kill you too. Nothing's gonna stop me.
Wait! Let me kill the young fool! It'll give me great pleasure!
I want him.
That poison arrow will kill him. It'll also give him a long and painful death. Leave him.
Oh, Ricky Bittman gives that fight 5 fists of fury. Okay, so where are we in the story right now? We got our hero laying down there being promised a painful, slow death by Kai himself after throwing that dart into his leg. So he's laying there. Incidentally, when he was laying there, that music they were playing, that was from the 1976 movie King Kong, starring Jeff Bridges, Jessica Lange, and Charles Grodin. A great film directed by Dino De Laurentiis, one of my favorite all-time directors. I love that film. I don't know where they got their hands on the music from it. I also have the soundtrack. Anyway, so our hero is laying there. A girl comes along. She finds him. She takes him back to her place and tries to nurse him back to health. She brings a doctor in who tells her, there's nothing I can do for this guy. Whatever poison is in his leg has got his leg so sick, I got to take it off. That's right, folks. We now have our hero with only one leg. The doctor had to amputate it. It's gone. Now, she gives Lee Wan some of her father's clothing, and Lee Wan says to her, who's your father that I might thank him someday for your hospitality? She says his name is Tai. He puts two and two together and realizes that this girl, that's right, named Singh, is his future wife-to-be. She's Tai's daughter. Talk about a small world. It gets even better. Okay, so now he's ashamed to tell Tai that he is her husband-to-be because he only has one leg. So he mopes around feeling sorry for himself, and one night he goes to bed and he talks in his sleep. And what does he say? He says, Singh, I'm sorry, I only have one leg. I can't provide for you. She overhears this, drops the soup, and she realizes that this man is her husband-to-be. Now, Singh is a strong woman, and she feels that she can get him back to health, and they'll survive even though he only has one leg. But again, she doesn't know that her father's being held captive by Kai in the Devil's Lair. And Lee Wan has got to go rescue him. So he puts that aside. While he's feeling sorry for himself, he remembers a time back when he was a kung fu student. His master told him, look, you're having a hard time learning these moves and you got two legs. I knew a guy named, bear with me, Tai Kung, who had only one leg. It was made of steel. Now, if he can do it with one leg, you can do it with two. So all of a sudden, Lee Wan remembers this, and he tells Singh, now get this. Singh says, one leg, Tai Kung, he's my grandfather. All right, so now we got granddaughter, father, and grandfather, all tied up into one, and husband-to-be. It's a great story, believe me, folks, if you watch the movie. Anyway, not only is he her grandfather, she has all his training diaries and the plans he used to make his steel leg. So what does our hero do? He sets off to make his steel leg, and he learns how to fight with one leg. Now, remember the guy that Tai sent out with the information to the south to bring troops back to help him fight Kai? Well, he finally makes it down there. You know, hey, you got to suspend your disbelief in some cases. He gives a message to another kung fu master down there whose name I don't even know, and he heads back north. His first stop is the inn, okay, where he meets Kai's men, and another fight ensues. Whew. It brings a tear to my eye, folks. Here we go. Watch this one.
Masters, good evening, Masters. Good evening. Take a seat. Masters.
Well then, you're still alive, are you?
Please ask this loudmouth gentleman to make less noise. I'm tired and very hungry.
What did you say? Watch your step, old man, or you'll be in trouble. You've got too much to say for yourself.
Not at all. You're making all the noise. By a meter.
Huh. Well, if it isn't Y himself. What are you doing here, you long-haired son of a she-goat?
You bastard.
Oh, my God, that's marvelous. It's marvelous.
Great action in that fight. and I give it 4 fists of fury. Okay, so now, we learned that the guy's name who I couldn't remember a minute ago, it's Y. But then again, it doesn't matter because Y is dead. So, after Y dies, we cut back to Lee Wan, who's finally learning how to use his steel leg that he made. That's right, he made the steel leg, put it on, and he also learned how to use it. He also decides he's going to tell Singh who he is. So after some romantic interludes and her telling him, just like in Rocky 2, just do me a favor, win, she sends him packing off to rescue her old man. So we got our hero, he's equipped with a steel leg, and he has got a vengeance set on his mind to find his father-in-law and kill Tai. So he sets off for the Devil's Lair. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the location of the Devil's Lair was supposed to be secret. But he comes across a road sign that says Devil's Lair, and he kicks it. Kai's men hear this, because again, the guy's got a steel leg, and a fight ensues. This is one of the better fights of the film, but the interesting thing about it is, it's the first fight that features the steel leg. So listen closely to the sound effects. You'll know what I'm talking about. Check this out.
Devil's Lair?
Hell, what was that? Come on. Over here. Someone smashed the stone. The bastard. Come on, let's find him. I'm here. Huh? Who are you? Don't you recognize me? We're old friends. Don't you ever learn? You must want to die very badly.
I just want to see Kai. Let me go through.
You see Kai? You're not gonna see anyone. You crazy fool. Get him.
He's got a steel leg.
Oh boy, without a doubt, Ricky Bittman gives that one 5 fists of fury. Is it me or does he need a little Duco cement to keep that leg on? You see it fell off at the end when he kicked at it. I digress. Okay, so he obviously knows how to use the steel leg. Now remember, Kai thinks that Lee Wan is dead. So what is he doing? He's celebrating in the Devil's Lair with some chicks playing blind man's bluff. Trust me, it's a gross scene. Anyway, he gets news that all his soldiers have just been killed, but nobody knows who killed them. Kai thinks it could be Lee Wan, but again, he remembers throwing that poison dart in there, so he's not too sure. But he doesn't want to take any chances, so he dispatches some very unique fighters out to guard the path. These are female fighters, okay? They disguise themselves as, now get this is kind of creepy, clowns. This is a first for me, I don't know if it is for you, Kung Fu clowns, but it's a very disturbing scene. If clowns aren't your thing, and for some people they aren't. But anyway, watch this and learn. Probably the first time you're ever going to see a Kung Fu clown. But don't worry, they end up turning into chicks. And as you can see how this fight ends, when Lee Wan realizes they're broads, chivalry is not dead. Enjoy.
Oh, has he only got women left?
You've come too far. Nothing can save you now, you stupid fool. You're going to have to die.
Well, now, I've never had to fight women before.
Life is full of new experiences, little man. In your case, it'll be the first and the last time.
Well, now, you may be right. But I'm afraid you're just going to have to let me pass through.
Master Kai told us to let no one pass.
You mustn't make me angry now. Just let me pass. I told you, I don't want to fight with you.
All right, we'll show what we can do.
keep such pleasant company. Goodbye.
Kung Fu clowns. Anyway, I kind of like the way he didn't kill the chicks at the end. He just sort of tied them up. But again, Kung Fu clowns and me, they don't mix. So our hero moves on. So he's traveling off the Devil's Lair, and he decides to set up camp for the night. And what happens? He gets visited by a monk. You can't see the monk's face. He's got his hat down over his eyes. I don't think it would have mattered if you could have seen his face anyway. But anyway, this mysterious man shows up. After a while, he and Lee Wan decide they're going to travel together because they have a mutual friend being held captive at Devil's Lair. That's right. This guy says he knows Tai also, Lee Wan's future father-in-law. So they decide to travel together. Well, they get to a remote area, and what happens? The monk takes his hat off and reveals himself to be yet another assassin hired by Kai to kill Lee Wan. See, Kai now knows that Lee Wan's alive and has a steel leg. So here we go, another fight. I think this one takes place on a beach. It's pretty good. Check it out.
I think you'll know me when you see me.
You bastard. You better say your prayers now.
I give that one 5 fists of fury. I love it when they fight on the beach, don't you? It's the best. Okay, Kai finally learns from somebody that Lee Wan is in fact alive. Not only is he alive, he's got a steel leg. And not only is he alive, has a steel leg, he's mastered something called the 18 kicks, which they've only decided to mention right about now. So what does he do? He dispatches 2 more assassins to go out to see if he can get his battles fought for him. Between you and me, it doesn't end too well for these guys. But this is a great scene because there's 2 things. One, there's a depantsing scene. So you get kind of the funny with the furious. The other is, they got a guy in this scene that brings new meaning to the word dragon breath. I'm not kidding. The guy actually breathes fire. And it's so realistic because A, I don't know whether it's realistic because it looks so fake, or B, it's so fake because it looks so realistic. You get me? Anyway, enjoy this one. It's pretty good. Check it out.
my God!
You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah! Don't do that!
Why not?
You fight dirty!
Then try this.
That's right, 5 fists of fury. The butt shot and the fire breathing. 5 fists right there. Okay, by now, Kai knows that it's Lee Wan. There's nothing he can do about it, except he dispatches the guards to all the entrances of the Devil's Lair. He's vowing to make this be his final stronghold against this irritating Lee Wan. But what happens? Lee Wan shows up, kills all the guards, leading up to this, the final fight of the film. This is where Lee Wan and Kai finally face off. So Lee Wan breaks in, kills all the guards, rescues his father-in-law, and now it's just a matter of time. He has to make quick work of Kai so we can end this movie, and I can bid you all a fond farewell for the night. So here we go with the final fight from 1983's Champ Against Champ, Lee Wan versus the evil master Kai. Check it out.
You killed my father, and now I'm going to kill you.
Kill me?
You can't get away from me now. Stand up and fight like a man for once. I'm going to kill you anyway. Come on, bastard. Fight! Fight!
You're gonna kill me? Go ahead and try. You cripple.
That, my friends, brings a tear to my eye, and it also brings me 5 fists of fury. The final fight. Well, it's been an honor bringing Champ Against Champ to you tonight, the 1983 classic. Hopefully we can do this again very soon. Incidentally, if you want to get in touch with me, RBKFT, that's Ricky Bittman's Kung Fu Theater, at yahoo.com. Tell me what you like and what you don't like. Again, it's been my honor bringing this show to you. I'd like to thank everyone at MMTV for their cooperation. I'd also like to thank Dr. Rabies and Professor Infestation for the inspiration to bring this show to you. And let's hope we can do it again real soon. Till then, signing off for Ricky Bittman's Kung Fu Theater. Good night.
Everybody was kung fu fighting. Those kids were fast as lightning. In fact, it was a little bit frightening. But they fought